JCF is one of those organizations that comes with a lot of opportunity. Right, so I came with CXCs. Now I have a master's degree.
Master. How long after the entrance test do they take to call you for the next step?
Alright, so normally it takes between
today I will be answering the questions many of you asked on social media about JCF recruitment process. Now we have a special guest with us today. We have Corporal Simms of the Department of Recruitment, the same thing we call JCF Recruiting Office. Welcome, Mr. Simms.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay.
You're feeling okay. Okay, good. So I have tons of questions here for you. And I decided to use somebody from the office so that persons can have a better understanding of the entire process. First question I have here is, what are the requirements to join the Jamaican Constabulary Force? And this question is coming from cab_.
Alright, so the requirement for joining the JCF is 4 CXC, including English. If an applicant does not have the 4 CXC, that applicant can apply 3 CXCs and 2 city and guilds at stage 3 pass.
Okay, good. And what are like the height requirements, weight requirements?
Alright, so for the height, females should be 5 feet 5 inches tall and males 5 feet 7 inches tall. If an applicant does not meet the height requirement, that applicant can apply to the Commissioner of Police for the height waiver. Once that has been approved, the applicant can now come to the JCF Recruiting Office and have the examination done.
Okay, and how do they apply to? Do they drop off a letter personally, or can they send it via email?
Alright, so we normally encourage applicant to type up your application and email it to the Commissioner's of Police Office. The email address is cpgenoffice, that is cpgenoffice@jcf.gov.jm.
Okay. Javon Stephen is asking, can I join if I have tattoo?
Yes, Mr. Stevens. You can join JCF with tattoo, but bear in mind that tattoo should not be visible whilst you're wearing your uniform.
Okay, so this is a uniform. Once you're wearing this uniform, the tattoo must not be visible. It's on the face, the chest, the shoulders. Nowhere, it must be visible. Alright, will the applicant be notified if he or she is not selected for training?
Definitely, the applicant will be notified.
How will they be notified? Via text, email, call?
Definitely, email. We normally email our applicants to inform them when they are not suitable for joining and the reasons for not choosing them for our training.
Okay. What is the age requirement?
Alright, so the age for our applicants is 17 to 30 years old. So we recruit persons between the ages of 17 and 30.
Okay. So what if somebody wants to join and they are actually 35 but they have a degree?
Well, what we normally advise them to do is to write a letter to the Commissioner of Police, asking to waive your age.
Just like the height, you can waive the age. Okay.
Right, so you have to apply to the Commissioner of Police, and once that approval has been given, granted, then you can come and do your test.
Okay, nice. Right. What about the persons who do not have subjects but want to become a police officer?
Well, based on the policy, applicants should have at least 4 CXCs.
So at this moment, you must have your CXC subjects or your city and guilds.
Definitely.
Do you get money when you're in training?
Yes, they do get money when they're in training.
They get full pay off. They get a stipend when they're in training. Alright.
As soon as you have graduated, then you will get your full salary.
Will you be allowed to have visitors while in training or to leave the premise?
Alright, so from COVID-19 pandemic began, we have stopped, taking visitors, and we stop our applicants from seeing, going home on weekends, right? So after training, they are free to go.
After training, you're free to go. All right, good. How long does training last?
All right, training normally lasts between 6 and 8 months.
8 months, okay.
Definitely. So just condition your mind to stay with us for 6 to 8 months.
All right.
6 to 8 months.
I did physical, did not complete it. Will I get a second chance, and how long it normally takes?
Well, physical is not as hard as it was back then. So as it relates to the physical, applicants do not get a second chance again. So applicants will have to do the entire process over. So once that applicant has failed the physical, he or she will have to do
start all over.
And
so
the
they'll not
entrance
come back.
examination, antecedent, then back to physical again. So what we advise our applicants to do is to, as soon as you are successful, as soon as you have been successful in your entrance examination, please get enrolled in a fitness program, right? So that
or even start before. Once you make
before.
up your mind that you want to be a part of the Jamaican Constabulary Force, you know that fitness is a must. So start.
Definitely.
Plus fitness, being physically fit is your health.
Definitely.
So
your responsibility.
Exactly.
So,
once you start or finish training, is it guaranteed that you will be an officer?
well, once the applicant has successfully completed the 6 months of basic training, that applicant is indeed
A police
officer, right?
How long after the entrance test do they take to call you for the next step?
All right, so after the entrance examination, the next step is antecedent. Same thing as background check, right? And that is normally 2 to 4 months after your entrance examination.
Okay. How long after the physical do they take to call you for the medical?
Well, oftentimes it takes about maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right? Because after the physical, we have the blood test, but then the medical, or it can, interchange somewhat. But between 3 to 4 weeks.
How long is the recruitment process?
The recruitment process varies, can't tell you that much.
Varies, and it's based on the individual as well, right?
Individual. So if an individual, fails the activities, then that individual will take more time than an individual who passes.
Okay. On which days do we do exams?
Right. So
and
at present, we do examination 3 days per week. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 7:45 at the Army Barrack training facility. Right. We also do examination on Thursdays in the evening, and we do have recruitment drive on Saturdays. Right.
So for persons who want to know when and where the recruitment drives, how can they get this information?
They will have to follow us on Instagram, social media.
And I'll put the JCF Recruitment social media handle right there or right there. Look out for it or in the description below. Good. Can persons from other parishes go to Kingston to do the exam?
Yes, when recruitment drive is happening.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to stay in your parish and do the examination, because the fact is that whenever an applicant comes to Kingston from Mandeville, for example, and do the entrance examination, that file will have to be sent back to Mandeville for the antecedent to be done, right? And that really takes a lot of time.
Okay.
So I encourage applicants to do the exam in your area so that the process can be more speedy.
So are there other examination centers across the island?
Definitely. Every area has an examination center. We have Area 1, St. James, Andover, Trelawney, and so on. So that is Area 1. Area 2, St. Anne,
St. Mary. Okay,
Portland,
so they would just need to go to the head station and find out where the exams are being held.
Definitely.
Nice. How can persons get in contact with Recruiting Office?
Well, they can call.
how can one apply to become a district constable? We've been getting this question a lot.
Alright, so the District Constable Association Recruitment Office is at the JCF HR branch.
HR Human Resource?
Yes, and that is at Oxford Road, North Tower. So you can call there, or you can go there and verify, get the information and verify how the recruiting process for the DC.
So let's make it clear. The recruitment process for the Jamaican Constabulary Force is different from that of the District Constable
Association. Definitely.
Okay.
So for the District Constable Association, we have two recruitment bodies, or departments. So we have a Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement branch, PSTED. For the resort area, we have a recruitment process for that. We also have a recruitment process for a regular general policing, geographic policing, right? Station policing.
Okay.
And that is done at Oxford Road.
Okay.
Right?
Thank
at
you.
The JCF HR branch.
And the last question, why is the process so lengthy?
Well, what we have to bear in mind is that unlike other jobs, police officers, we have to represent our community, we have to serve our community, right? Now, we want suitable, qualified persons, persons of high integrity, persons who we can call upon to serve them, to protect us, right? And so we have to do the necessary investigations to ensure that these persons that are representing the community, that are serving the citizens, are indeed the right persons. And so we have to do our investigations, and because of that, the process is a little bit longer than typical jobs.
Okay. So, Mr. Simms, is there anything that you need to tell them that I haven't asked you?
Well, oftentimes persons ask what they need to know prior to coming into training. And right, Sasha, so I always tell them that for training, you must be able to manage your time well. Right, because the training, you have a very short period of time to do a lot of activities. So you have to be able to manage your time. You must be very creative, right? Police officers are very creative.
And they always say that recruits are magicians.
Magicians, yes, they are, right? You must be able to press that
iron your uniform.
You must be able to press your uniform nicely, neatly, because that is very important. And clean your boots. The shoes must be clean. It must be nicely clean and all of that. Right. Very important, you must be a team player. Because we know that teamwork makes the dream work. And we want the team to work. We want you guys to become police officers. So you must work as a team to get the job done. Alright? So bear that in mind. JCF is one of those organizations that comes with a lot of opportunity. I came with CXCs. Now I have a master's degree.
Masters. What you have a master's?
Project management.
Project management.
So I have a bachelor's in engineering and a master's in project management.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So right, so JCF, it provides opportunity, and I have to give thanks Sasha for JCF. Right, because you came with nothing and you leave with something good.
He's still here. It's not going anywhere. We can't let go of this man with the masters in something such amazing as that. Good. So that's it. We have answered all the questions you asked. Thank you, Mr. Simms, for joining me today. And guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Queen Cop's channel. Thanks again, Mr. Simms, and I hope to see you all in the future. And you can say that you were inspired by Mr. Simms' Q&A to join the organization. Bye!